respects Cloud9's discipline inside the server, and they want to be able to test that. And console is going to be a perfect place for that because we just talked about it. Attacking.
Were pretty split, and I think it comes down to just the confidence that people have in this Cloud9 squad. They looked really good yesterday. This is a team that I think has a lot of potential, and I think whilst they are probably outclassed by M80, M80 should be the favorites in this.
3 times in a row. We did have some good diversity to start the day, but things have gone back. Diffuser now looking through that same area as he wants to get the wall open as best as is possible. There's no denial that should be present at this point. It looks like they've done a good enough job to open it up, and Gavin will collect one. Gunner will follow up shortly thereafter, and C9 right now not really showing much teeth against their opponents. Giddy and Packer, the last two standing. Some cold at the feet of Gavin from above as Gunner now gets dropped. Hot and Cold finding his way into sight with Diffuser. He has to peel off. Diffuser, the player, not the case, is in on the fun. Kino dies at the hands of Packer, and there's a shotgun out as Packer is in hot pursuit.
On the smokes, and for the shield of Hot and Cold to protect them as they go for this push. It'll be 5 on 5, and no, it won't. Kobe strikes before they could even get into a plant spot. That's massive, even if it gets traded out.
There's that Glaz in action. Hot and down means somebody else grabs the Diffuser, and Kino, after getting a kill, will be the one tagged in to deal with this. He's got both smokes available. He'll throw one, and it perfectly cuts off the entry to the bomb site. Dream dies at the hands of Diffuser, and they will continue to trade back and forth as Kino picks up his second kill. It leaves Giddy as the last one standing. He had an excellent day yesterday, and he's up top being watched quite intently by M80. With that Twitch drone, they were hunting those yokai drones earlier. The Rotero drone was just a little bit too slow for it. M80 striking first, 3 rounds in a row, Jesse, and Gunner has some protection as he's swatted away on the flank by Kobe. M80 now at a numbers disadvantage, but Diffuser very quickly finds 2 kills. Diffuser is 8-0, by the way. Kino will blow up Dream, and Silent will head on over, taking down Kino, and now Diffuser to boot. It's Hot and Silent in a 1v1, and look at what happens when he's able to exist for longer than just a couple seconds. Silent is on a single point of HP, and he knows relatively well where Houghton is. He'll approach, Houghton hears him, but immediately dives out the window, and Silent will go on for the counter disable. Houghton may not know this. Under repel he goes, and it's enough to scare Silent off of this position. He'll now need to figure out what the next steps are. Looking for an exit onto the balcony, but the breach is still intact, so he is tucked into the corner and has to hope that Houghton doesn't see him. Off the wire he goes, plenty of time. If he wins this engagement, he can easily counter disable. He'll try for a third attempt, but Hot and Cold is just too good.
On just 1 HP. Silent was negative in every single match that Cloud9 played at the Reload event.
And 3 deaths. That's not really going to cut it through 3 rounds. You'll have to look for a bounce back. That's why you call a timeout. Try to settle the team.
That'll do.
I think that'll do it. Silent somehow gets a 2-piece, and both Gunner and Diffuser are...
Without 2 of their players, Parker, they're just going to full send to the site.
Gavin with 1 kill. M80 looking for more. I love the Uzi charms being run by all of these players. Such great respect to them. Dispatch somebody to get him up off the ground. It would be a boon for Cloud9. Instead, Gavin dies at the hands of Packer, and now he sweeps over to secure the downed player. Hot and Cold is the last one standing. That was Kino that was bleeding out over by the car. Hot and won the previous round in a clutch. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it here. He's got to suss out where Packer and Kobe are. He knows that Packer's down in the corner, and Packer is prepared.
Shots? Hotton's planting, though.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be happening under the cover of darkness. A botched Molotov as Dream's attention is elsewhere, distracted by the gridlock of Gunners. Gavin gets on the board first, and the plant goes down successfully while all 10 players are still alive. This is something that doesn't happen all that often. Thrilling when it does. Packer, the lone casualty, still 15 seconds have elapsed on this Diffuser. Gavin finds his second kill, this time onto Dream. Gavin's punished for it. Kobe with the drop, as all these players have now scrambled out of their positions. Somebody will have to get on the case quickly. Kobe has the daunting task of vaulting out. Nobody biting at the moment, and an upside down rappel from Houghton will find Kobe if he decides that he needs to go for the jump, which, by the way, he does. No way to get on that Diffuser in time. Silent standing alone as Giddy is dropped, meaning get some kills. Why not? Pad your stats. Completely distracting to try and think that the plant is going down, and now there will be some quiet as they go up top. Silent with the very first kill. C9 has not struck first all that much. When it has happened, it's been Silent to do it, and he will continue with that trend. He pays for it dearly as Diffuser punishes him.
Hatch to go for the plant, could also walk down yellow if he wants.
Hear that nade go out. You can't pin it for very long. Oh my goodness. What a massacre as Packer is ready for that, but Gunner hops on in. Dream finds his first kill of the round. Packer is just inside the bomb site with the Diffuser. What a flicked defang the push from Hot and Cold. Dream clobbering Diffuser, and now Hot and Cold dies in the hands of Kobe-Lax. 3 separate players on C9 all in on it. Silent gets one too. Giddy needs a kill. That roll. You hear the telltale signs of the T5, and Silent is off to the races. C9 are making their own luck. They are
well, that didn't do any favors to Diffuser as it got popped by Silent right after that opening pick. So now with a man disadvantage, now with an even man count, M80 will have to hold off this push.
Silent takes down Kino. Silent has been heating up. We said that, he's either been negative or even, and now he's 9-4. At the time, he was 2-3. Diffuser is keeping this one together for his team. Everybody on M80 is so low on HP. Kobe could finish them off, but no.
It's a little bit better, Already quite difficult to hit an electrical on a hatch like that with no soft floors, but there you go.
They're just hunting now, looking for a pick. As Silent is dropped, Kobe will join. M80 desperately want to get out of this matchup in the right direction, especially after the heat that Cloud9 has brought to them. Packer on very low HP. Kobe-Lax is retrievable. Just depends on whether C9 sends a player over in that direction. They will. And Giddy bringing him back to life puts M80 and Cloud9 on the same footing in a 3v3. Time in a good spot for both of these teams. 40 seconds left.
Yeah, a bunch of flashes on Cloud9, no smokes to try to make this plant happen, and Hot and Cold just burns Kobe, who was on a drone standing in a Goyo canister. Not ideal. Now it'll be a man disadvantage push as Packer and Giddy try to group up over towards the server side of this map.
Packer has the Diffuser, and he happens to be on the lower point of HP, which is especially bad. If he drops, Giddy won't have the time to be able to retrieve that case. He sees the head of Hot and Cold, and he'll mag dump. Packer now getting one. He's all on his own, and he's taken care of by Gunner.
But regardless, that's some strange deaths, and the Goyo canister will be another one of them. I'd expect a Blackbeard on the attack, given how good Packer was in that first round and how strong of an operator it is. It'll be mute for defense. His career has been bouncing around a lot. Hopefully has found a more consistent home on Cloud9. Oof. Good entry denied by Diffuser.
I'm not really sure. I'd love to see a replay on that. Top floor control for Cloud9 is we hit very close to where the action will begin. Diffuser hunted down by this death mark. Hot and Cold out dueling one as Diffuser's taken down by Silent. He was the one being watched. Now it's Kino and Hot and Cold just to try to hang on for dear life. It's not out of the question that they win. It's a 2v3 that favors Cloud9. It's the end of the match if M80 prevails. Nice kill by Hot and Cold. Now he'll be pinged by the Deimos, firing away, but he needs to keep himself on the move to positions where that Deimos cannot easily target you. Kino's last one standing. Both players will drop. Giddy taking damage from the goo mine. Silent going for the plant. Kino Nitro sells out, and Giddy. This is an unpredictable entry from Cloud9, but they want to take advantage of the advantage that they have in numbers.
This is really good smoke play coming out from Kino, of course, unbanned now. Silent continues to frag, and the SMG-11 firing off, but he's all alone and can't win the round. Another
there. Well, it doesn't end up being particularly beneficial. Speaking of a post plant, you get him. Oh, Gunner, you cannot lose those. He completely bottles it as Packer gets the Diffuser down. A big blunder from M80. Giddy dies, and so too does Silent before he trades one out. A 3v3. Now Dream falls. Packer and Kobe-Lax, the last two remaining. 3 still alive for M80, and they're looking to get on that case, but they don't have information as these last two players. The Monty is completely repositioned. 2 death marks remain for Kobe. He could use one right now, but isn't because, smartly, he gives himself away. What a post plant from M80, and they have time to hop on the kits. They sweep.